Pro Group Management. Workers' comp that works for you.
This is 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review-Journal.
Good evening, I'm Jen Ah. Thanks for joining us on 7 at 7. Starting off with breaking sports news, sponsored by Station Casinos, STN Sports. Download the app today. The Vegas Golden Knights fired their coach after he led them to the NHL semifinals in 2020 and 2021, but failed to get them to the playoffs this year. Review-Journal's Cassie Soto has more from the hockey team's management.
Thanks so much, Jen. That's right. The Golden Knights have parted ways with head coach Pete DeBoer after the team missed the playoffs for the first time in franchise history. In his 2 years with the Golden Knights, DeBoer went 98, 50, and 12, but injuries and inconsistencies this season kept the club out of the playoffs for the first time in 5 years.
We've talked openly about the impact that the injuries had on our season, but the decision is about next year. It's about starting with a fresh voice. It's about starting with a re-energized team. It's about having a group of players with something to prove. And that's the attitude that I want to take into next season. This was part of that.
Now the big question, of course, is who will replace Pete DeBoer?
And we haven't put any work into who those candidates are yet.
For the Review-Journal, I'm Cassie Soto.
In other top stories, sponsored by Nevada Hand Silver Sky Assisted Living Community. Learn more at nevadahand.org. Officials provide more details as to why a Vegas resident targeted a California church, killing 1 and injuring 5. Police believe 68-year-old David Wenwei Chu was behind Sunday's shooting at a Taiwanese Presbyterian church located about 275 miles from Vegas.
His hatred of Taiwan manifested when he was residing there in previous years, possibly in his youth. He was not well received while living there, according to what we believe we've collected so far. It's combined with the political environment of his hatred of the Taiwanese people between the China and Taiwan tensions that are currently occurring.
Deputies say they found Chu's legs tied with extension cords after the parishioners tackled him, showing, quote, exceptional heroism and bravery in intervening to stop the suspect. Also breaking today, a federal court tosses a Las Vegas woman's murder conviction in the so-called Black Widow case. Margaret Rudin spent nearly 20 years in prison for the 1994 death of her husband, developer Ron Rudin. But according to court records, her conviction was vacated because of ineffective assistance of counsel. Over in North Las Vegas, meet the city's new police chief, Jacqueline Gravatt. Her goals to increase community involvement and create a positive work environment.
To grow the department, and when you have employees that enjoy coming to work, they're going to communicate that with people they know. Therefore, it's a force multiplier to have people want to come and work with North Las Vegas.
Gravatt has been with the department since 2001 and was the first Black woman to serve as a patrol officer there. The city also promoted Captain Michael Harris to assistant chief. In business, sponsored by Bank of Nevada, Bank on Accountability. A Review-Journal investigation has found that some of the richest real estate deals in Las Vegas are being structured in a way that exempts them from a tax that supports schools and low-income housing. Review-Journal's Renee Summerhour has that story. Renee?
Jen, it's called the real estate transfer tax, and it's routinely paid on sales of property from homes to warehouses. But a Review-Journal investigation found more than $27 billion of transactions, mostly real estate on or near the Las Vegas Strip, has closed since 2007 without any publicly reported real estate transfer taxes, including deals involving the Bellagio, the Cosmopolitan, the Palms, and the Rio.
The real estate deals that we track for this story are structured in a very complex way that involved, in many cases, multiple different entities, primarily limited liability companies, and in which, essentially the buyer is acquiring an LLC that owns the real estate as opposed to buying the real estate directly.
None of the companies have been accused of any wrongdoing, and MGM Resorts, which sold the Bellagio to Blackstone, said in a statement, quote, every transaction we conduct follows the letter of the law. But the transfer tax generates some serious money. In the last fiscal year, over $43 million from the tax went to the Clark County School District, and over $10 million was allocated for low-income housing. Jen?
And weather, sponsored by Star Nursery, your garden's partner for every blooming thing. It's officially that time of year when highs hit the triple digits. Folks on Fremont Street are trying their best to beat the heat. Today, Las Vegas almost hit the 100-degree mark at Harry Reid International Airport, peaking at 99 degrees. We're still in the 90s tonight, set to dip only into the 70s. Time to crank up the AC. On Tuesday and Wednesday, expect highs in the upper 90s and lows in the 70s. By Thursday, we're in the triple digits with gusts blowing through. Then a cool down on Friday with highs in the 80s, which inch up to the 90s for the upcoming weekend. In Lifestyle, sponsored by Visit Laughlin, an easygoing getaway filled with good food, good people, and good times on the river. You know him from TV, and soon you'll be able to eat his food here in Vegas. Chef Martin Yan is opening MY Asia this fall at Bally's Las Vegas.
Las Vegas is an entertainment capital of the world. And I, being a television person, just like Gordon Ramsay, just Emerald, we want to excite our guests. We want to bring them back because of great dining experience and good memories.
MY Asia will feature Yan's favorite dishes from across Asia.
Sports betting brought to you by the Las Vegas Paiute Tribal Smoke and Cigar Shop. The NBA is down to its final 4 teams. The Boston Celtics are minus 175 favorites to beat the Miami Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals, and the Golden State Warriors are minus 220 favorites to defeat the Dallas Mavericks in the Western Conference Finals. The Heat are favored by 1.5 points over the Celtics in Game 1 on Tuesday in Miami, and the total is 204. The Warriors are favored by 5 over the Mavericks in their series opener Wednesday in San Francisco, and the total is 214.5.
In Health, sponsored by Boulder City Hospital, we're here for you when you need us. A Henderson church serving the Latino community offers free COVID vaccines. Iglesia CAF on Heron Drive will host a vaccine clinic Tuesday from 5 to 8 p.m. And as the valley heats up, a reminder, if you're going to Lake Mead to cool off, leave the pool toys at home. The National Park Service says items like water wings, beach balls, and pool noodles are prohibited since they've led to numerous drownings on the lake. In entertainment, a reality TV couple are opening a restaurant on the Las Vegas Strip. Jiuliana and Bill Rancic of the Style Network show Jiuliana and Bill are in town this week to mark the launch of RPM Italian in the Forum Shops at Caesar's Palace. Thank you for watching 7 at 7. If you have a Roku device, just search Review Journal to download our channel. Watch Las Vegas breaking news streaming live on your OTT device. We'll see you tomorrow for more 7 at 7.
Review Journal Studio, sponsored by Adam Kuttner. Get the maximum settlement as quickly as possible. This 7 at 7 update, sponsored by Pro Group Management. You're watching 7 at 7 from the Las Vegas Review Journal.